my friend? What's up? It's Keith Kalfas. And before we dive into this episode, I just want to say, sometimes when I record these podcasts, I'm outside. I'm on a job site. I'm on the go. So I apologize if you hear any background noises or anything going on. And let's jump into the show. Hey, I'm getting out of the gym right now, and I got to share this with you. So there's this dude in the gym. Guy was kind of out of shape, which is not fine. I'm not judging anybody. But he was on the shoulder press machine with his mask on, and he was literally just like... staring at the wall, right? And I'm bouncing around from the different machines. Not that I'm some fitness expert. I'm just trying to stay active, right? I look over at the guy kind of nonchalantly, and I had gone on like 3 different machines, and he's still there, and he hadn't even started his reps yet, right? And then I was like, is this dude okay, man? And then all of a sudden I realized that, I may be just projecting, but oh my God, this guy's in a funk, right? And so then he does a few, and then he's sitting there again, and then he bounces around. I bounce around from all the machines. I do the curls. I do my whole workout. And as I walk out of the gym, the dude is still on the shoulder press machine with his mask on, sitting there with his eyes glossed over. And I was like, ugh. I just wanted to walk up to this guy and say, hey man, you all right? Slap him around a little. You got this, bro. You got this. You got this. Don't let yourself down. Don't let the people you love down. The future you who has a grasp, who owns all of your goals and dreams. The future you who already has attained all of the well-being, the health, the wellness, the relationships, the finances, every goal and dream that God has ordained and designed you to have, that the universe wants you to have. That you is in the near future waiting for you, saying, come on, what the F are you doing? What are you doing just sitting there? And it's funny how we get in these funks where we wait for something to come along to change our internal state, so then we could be motivated and excitated. That's a new word, excitated. That's a new word. You're not stealing, that's my word. Excitated and happy, but then when there is no stimulus, you just go back to, and you know why I can relate to that? Because I have been that guy many times. You drag your butt to the gym, you try to get yourself to do something, and you literally cannot help it, but you have no motivation, and you are just in a funk, and you have no control over your internal state. You're just... And it's torture. It's a form of purgatory, and it's the gray zone. And the weirdest thing happened when I looked in the man's eyes. All of a sudden, it felt like it was sucking me in to become that way. I was like, don't look. Just focus on your vision, Keith. Look at your vision. Stay in the vision and out of the lie. My wife and I on date night, we pop popcorn. Tuesday nights, we cuddle up on the couch, we watch movies. It's fun. We've been doing this for 5 years now. It's saved our marriage, truthfully. We turn on Netflix, and we've watched all of the old Indiana Jones movies. They're amazing because of the way they were filmed, and even the actors back then, and Harrison Ford and Sean Connery and all that, they weren't so distracted by their phones and social media back then like they are now. And so it was almost like the actors were even more in tune with their roles. So we're watching Indiana Jones, and there was a part of, I think it was the Ark of the Covenant, Crusaders of the Lost Ark or something. So they got the Ark, and then the Ark at the end of the movie, the gangster guys who are, they open the Ark of the Covenant, and all of a sudden, the spirits or the eyes of God or whatever happens, right? The wrath of God starts, and these spirits are all over the place if you've seen the movie. And Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, says to his partner, don't look at it. No matter what you do, keep your eyes shut. Keep them shut. Don't open them. And everybody who looked at it was just consumed by the fire, right? And that's what that reminded me of just now. It's like, if you look into the eyes of somebody who is in a very negative state, I'm talking about the empathy and sympathy, but it can consume you. It's like, be careful of staring into the abyss, because the abyss might consume you and you won't even know it happened. Just keep your eyes on your vision. Keep your eyes on your vision and on your goals and on the prize. And if you feel anything trying to make you drift, like in Napoleon Hill's amazing book, Outwitting the Devil on audible.com, you can drift and not even realize it. Before you know it, you're all the way down in the hole, in the muck, and you're stuck. You're stuck in sin and scarcity mindset and victim mindset. You're stuck. That guy, not going for your goals and dreams. So in the book, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, it says, don't get involved in other people's dramas and other people's problems, because very soon their problems will become your own. And then the book also warns you. It says, now, that might sound like a bad negative thing. Like, what do you mean? Don't help other people? And it says, of course, you can help other people and donate to good causes and charities and give of yourself and your time. But you have to be very careful, because if you associate with negative people, before you know it, that rubs off on you, because you need to stand guard at the door of your mind and of your emotions and of your household and of your business and of your marriage. Stand guard and defend and protect, right? There's a saying in Roman law, let he be deceived who would be deceived. Here's another thing. Are you a justice seeker? Somebody I care about who was taken advantage of very recently by a peddler. I won't get into the details, but basically you walk in the mall and somebody, they're selling things and they'll grab your hand, they'll pull you in. Come on, you know you want to buy. This is beautiful, it's amazing. Well, somebody I know was taken advantage of it, basically paid a whole lot of money for an item, almost against their will. But the person took advantage of this person, and they paid a lot of money for an item they didn't want and they didn't need, just because the merchant was so good. They grabbed him by the hand and got the money. And I felt upset when I heard about this. I was like, this person that I know was taken advantage of. I'm going to go into that mall and I'm going to find that peddler and I'm going to tell him off, right? I'm going to tell him, how dare you? But then I stopped. I was like, wait a second.
More of the Untrapped podcast continues right after this.
Guys, if you need help being more organized and being perceived as a professional to your clients and prospective customers, then you got to check out Jobber. Jobber is an awesome software that you can run your entire service business on. You can create invoices, quotes, estimates, work orders. It integrates with your calendar. You can collect money. You can run your whole business on Jobber and grow with it as well. Get your 14-day free trial of Jobber at keithkalfas.com/Jobber. I use Jobber in my business and it's awesome.
And now, here's Keith.
In the secondary order consequential thinking, in anything, where does that lead to? That's me getting sucked into the negative energy and then going in and then creating this whole thing that's not going to solve any problem at all, right? So I realized that, oh my God, Roman law, let he be deceived who would be deceived. It kind of sucks. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $60 or something, but I was like, and the person did get taken advantage of. But here's what I'm getting at, in kind of like the legal world, if you don't know how to stand on your ground and on your morals, if you don't know how to defend yourself, if you don't know your rights, if you don't rebuttal and you don't draw your line in the sand and know when to say no, then you will get deceived. You will get taken advantage of in this world. Let he be deceived who would be deceived. So, and that includes yourself. There's a saying I saw on Facebook last week or something. You know you're about to be successful, or you know when you're sick of your own BS. When you become sick of your own crap, and it's like you've now compartmentalized, or you've learned how to objectify yourself. You're jumping out of yourself now, like you've gone meta. You've popped into a whole new paradigm. You've become conscious and aware and awake of yourself. You jump out, you upgrade your identity, and you're looking at yourself now saying, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your crap. You become sick of your own crap. You start fathering yourself. I saw this documentary. It was about Steven Spielberg. I won't get too deep into it, but they said he was such an obsessive workaholic in chasing and tracking down his vision and his dream that the people that work with Steven Spielberg in the cast and in the crews, they'd be like, it was like Steven Spielberg worked for Steven Spielberg. He was a guy who worked for Steven Spielberg. Can you imagine that? Being so in tune with your vision that you're your own boss. Like, you work for yourself. Because if you want to be your own boss, you have to be a disciplined person, or it's not going to work for too long. You're going to end up working for somebody else again. So don't let other people's problems consume you. Stand guard at the door of your own mind. Don't get sucked into this, because I tell you, you'll end up in regret. The you that's in the future who has all your goals and dreams is waiting for you on the other side, saying, come on, you can do this, you got this. And it's like the devil is just waiting for you to get caught up in some negative drama or some shame or some guilt crap or anything where you're just like, you know, it's hot in here, man. That's about the end of my video. I gotta go. I just got out of the gym. I'm gonna run home and I'm gonna get to work and hustle. Excited, fired up, keep it together, stay strong. You got this. You got this. I know this COVID stuff is weird and it's a totally different world, but it's in these weird times that people who get sucked into the abyss and they just kind of get sucked in, they come out, the machine chews them up and spits them out. But the people who focus and stay focused and stay on their vision and their dream, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, are usually the people who come out on top. I've heard all these stories from 2008 and 9 and 10 when everything was falling apart. People who stayed focused or started their businesses then or figured out how to reinvent themselves or were the people who ended up on top come 2015, 16, 17, 18. These are the people who ended up wildly successful because there's like a big storm that comes and now the wave consumes everybody. But if you can figure out how to get up on that surfboard and crest that wave and ride that thing, you can ride it all the way into the promised land and become the person who you've always dreamed of becoming. You could become the man or woman who now is able to give to others. And all right, I need to stop here. Peace. I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers. This YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button now. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Untrapped podcast. Please share this episode with somebody you think it will create value for. And we're quickly moving up the rankings in iTunes in the category of entrepreneurship. So if you could please just take a quick moment to click the link below or just go to the iTunes store and type in Untrapped podcast. And please take a moment to leave us a well-written, positive 5-star review. It would mean so much and it really, really helps the show. And as always, you can go to my website, KeithKalfas.com to learn more. Or you can go to my podcast page on KeithKalfas.com/podcast. All right, I'll see you in the next episode.